ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ. My humble pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you to today's session of Vedanta Sara. I am not a Pandita, I am not a Jnani, I am not a Guru. I am just a seeker, sadhaka. I am conducting this study hour as a means for my learning. I am referring to this book, Vedanta Sara, written by Sri Sadananda Yogindra Saraswati, sometime about 15th century AD, and it is translated into English by Swami Nikhilananda of Ramakrishna Matham. We are studying this book. So far we have looked at a few verses starting first chapter. In that we are discussing 16th verse. Nitya anitya vastu vivekastavad brahmaiva nityam vastu tato anyad akhilam anityamiti vivechanam. Let us spend some time on this. This is very, very important. Last week also we spent some time on Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka. So I request the participant to give her understanding what she understood about Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka. We should not jump fast. We can savor the knowledge, spend some time understanding what is Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka. See, it is not about how many books I have read. Have I read all the Prakarana Granthas? Have I read Bhagavad Gita with all the Bhashyam? Have I read all the Upanishads with Bhashyam? That may have value in its own sense. However, we have to keep in mind that Vedanta is a practical science. If you understand one term, let us say we are discussing Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka. If you understand this one term, the entire Vedanta is encapsulated in this one term. So, if you understand this one term and put it into practice, it is more than sufficient to transform you. We should focus on what we are studying in a way which is applicable to our life, in our life. We are discussing Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka. We discussed it last week. There was some discussion. Did we understand it correctly? What is its impact on our life? Did we apply it in our life in the past week? So let us hear from one of the participants of this study. I am curious to know what she learned. So my friend Geeta ji is going to speak. Geeta ji, you can give your understanding about Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka and what impact it made on you. Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. This Nitya and Nitya Viveka. What I understood is whatever in this life we are experiencing, that is not a permanent thing. Okay. So this is a transient stage. Here, whatever we are experiencing, like whatever we are leaving this life, also it's not a permanent. Everything has its limitation. As time goes, things will change. This body will change. The relations will change. The dynamics of the life will change. In our day-to-day life, change is there, but the ultimate change which stay forever is a Brahman. That is our true essence. That Sachidananda Swarupa of our true self. So to experience that and to live in that reality, this is all Nitya. Only the truth only prevails. So we have to stay in this life here, whatever we are living in this reality, we have to live with that awareness so that we should not succumb to this situation. This is what my understanding.
Very nice. Very nicely put. Will so it's nice. You have put it nicely. The one thing is the true nature is Atma, Brahman. Atma cha Brahman. Atma is Brahman.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So our true nature, what you mentioned, we have to experience. Atma cannot be experienced. You can be Atma, but you cannot experience Atma. In the sense, you are the sugar cube. You cannot taste sugar cube. Similarly, you are Atma. Don't try to ever try to think that Atma or Brahman is something to be experienced and you are different from that. That is not what Vedanta says. Vedanta says you are already Brahman, you are already Atma. You don't have to become Brahman. You don't have to become Atman. You are already Brahman, you are already Atman, you are already fulfilled, you are already complete. Then I don't experience it. What is the problem? The problem is the way I am thinking is I am this limited body and mind. Therefore, the wrong understanding has to go. The right understanding need not be brought. I mean, you don't have to become Atman, you don't have to become Brahman. You have to drop the wrong understanding. Vedanta is not about inducing a state of experience of some vague object called Brahman or Atman. Vedanta says you have to drop the wrong understanding. And what is left is left. That means it is not a positive knowledge that we are gaining. We are losing negative understanding. Is that point clear?
Yes, sir.
Right? You don't have to try to become Brahman. You are already Brahman.
No, sir. I didn't mean that. I said we have to be in that awareness.
You are already awareness. You are already awareness.
Aware, but
you don't have to be in that awareness.
Getting into, pardon?
You don't have to be in that awareness. You are already that awareness.
Okay.
You don't have to be in that awareness. You don't have to acquire any new thing. You have to drop
Mm-hmm.
what is incorrect.
Okay.
Okay, you understand the difference? See,
Yes.
see, if you are
Got it.
learning physics or mathematics,
Mm.
you don't know the Einstein's theory, you learn it and you acquire it. Correct? Correct, na?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
at one point of time, you don't have the knowledge. At another point of time, you acquired it. Correct?
Mm.
Is Brahman, Atman is like that? At one point of time, you don't have it, and another point of time, you acquire it. Is it like that?
No, I think there already.
You are already Brahman.
Mm.
It is not that you have to become Brahman, you have to be in that awareness. Most people make the same mistake, right? They think
Yeah.
that by doing yoga practice, by doing this practice, Kundalini, this, that, they will achieve something. If that is the case, then that knowledge what they are acquiring by these chakra practices or yoga practices and all is time bound, dependent on time. And what is time bound will disappear with time.
Yes.
The knowledge of Atman is already there with you. The awareness is Atman. Arive
Mm.
Brahma. Arive Bhagavanta. Okay? You don't have to acquire it. What you need to do is to get rid of wrong knowledge.
Mm.
See, sun is already shining.
Yeah.
You have to open your eyes, that's all.
True.
Okay? So, in that sense, what you said that you have to have that experience or you have to have that awareness is incorrect way of putting it. The correct way of putting it is, I am already Brahman. I don't have to become Brahman. I am thinking that I am so and so, a person, that I have to drop.
Yeah.
Is it clear?
True. Clear.
Okay. So now I will read the 16th verse. Nitya anitya vastu vivekastavat brahmaiva nityam vastu tato anyad akhilam anityamiti vivechanam. So discrimination between things permanent and transient. Nitya and anitya. So Brahman alone is the permanent and all the things other than that are transient. So in Vedanta they say usually Brahman. So don't think that Brahman is a strange third party object which you have to acquire. That is not the right way of understanding. You are already Brahman. You were Brahman, you are Brahman, and you will always be Brahman. What needs to be done is, I am a person, individual person, with this body, mind and intellect. This feeling you have to drop. This understanding you have to drop. Feeling may be there. Feeling you may still feel like you are a body living in a world. But at understanding level, you have to understand that this body and mind is not me. This personality is not me. You don't have to define Atman. Atman is beyond definitions. How will you define Atman? Tell me. You cannot define Atman. You can say what you are not. You cannot say what you are. I'll give you an opportunity. Can you define who you are? Let us do this exercise. Can you define who you are? Please go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, define who you are.
I am a Sadananda Swarupa. I am a divine
What does
being.
that mean? Those are words. They don't
Yes.
mean anything to me. That doesn't, it is like this.
Sorry.
It is like this. I show you a cat and say, what is this? You say, it is Marjala. I ask you, what is Marjala? You say, it is Bidala. I ask you, what is Bidala? You say, it is a cat. I ask you, what is a cat? You say, it is a Billy. Like that it is. You say, who are you? You say, I am Satchidananda Atmaswarupa. But those are words. Can they really describe your inner feeling of I am?
Inner feeling of what I am.
Can you describe what you are in words? Please go ahead.
In words, I can't accommodate, sir. It is like,
You
sarvayapti.
cannot describe what
Everything.
you are, correct? You cannot describe. You cannot put it in words.
Yeah. It has to be experienced, but consciously.
You can be
conscious
that,
level
you
you
can
have to
be that,
experience.
but you cannot put it into words, correct?
Yeah.
You got my point?
Yes.
But you can express in a negative language. You can say what you are not. You got my point? You cannot
don't think
you cannot tell who you are, but you can tell who you are not. So for example, I will ask you,
Yes.
okay, here is a remote. Are you this remote?
Yeah.
So you can say I am not remote, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So like that, if you negate everything, I will, let us say I asked you 1,000 questions. Are you this? Are you that? What will you
Like
answer?
a concept is there now, sir. The same thing.
Yes.
Idikar.
So if I ask you 1,000 questions, are you this? Are you this? What will you say?
No, I see.
I am not this, I am not this, you will say, correct?
Yeah.
So, Brahman, which is your Atman, is permanent, correct?
Correct.
Which cannot be described. But anything you perceive, you know, you can describe, correct?
Yeah.
So whatever you know, whatever you describe is impermanent. Right? So Brahman is permanent and all things other than it are transient. You see in the world, you see there is, you are there, you are knowing things, correct?
Yeah.
You are no, if you reduce the world, there is a knower and known, correct? All the things can fall under known category.
Yes.
The knower is the Atman.
Yes.
I'm just being bold here by saying that. I mean, the knowing principle, the being that is knowing is the Atman.
Correct.
That cannot be described. You cannot put it into words. And you cannot even think about it. By conceptualizing also, you cannot say anything about it. The best you can say is, it is the being that is knowing.
Yeah.
But even those are words only. It cannot actually point that. But everything else in the world can be described.
Yes.
And whatever you can describe as an object, they are all transitory, temporary.
Yes.
And the permanent is the Atman, which is Brahman.
Yeah.
In Brahman, which is the permanent, all the transitory objects are known. Right?
Correct.
In the awareness, everything else is an appearance. The objects which you saw yesterday and the objects which you see today, they are different.
Yes.
Correct? So, it is like a movie moving on which you are watching. You means not the body and mind. An awareness which is watching everything. The movie.
Correct.
Correct?
Yeah.
So this is what Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka. If you take it at that level, at a lower level you can say everything is impermanent and all objects are impermanent. Brahman is permanent. You can think like that. But it is at a conceptual level. But what I told you is the truth, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is how you have to understand the Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka.
Okay.
Okay? You are permanent. What you perceive is impermanent. And what you perceive, what are all falls into what you perceive? What are all falls into perceived category? Body, mind, intellect and the world. Mind is also perceived. You know you are happy, you are sad, etc. So mind is also perceived category. So you are not the mind. Body is also perceived. You know painful experiences, you know pleasurable experiences. So body is also perceived. So body is perceived, mind is perceived, intellect is also perceived. So what else is left? World is left. World is also perceived. So everything from the world to the intellect is perceived and transitory, and which cannot be defined is permanent. Clear?
Yes.
So who are you?
I'm nothing or everything.
Yeah. Okay. So 16th verse is understood.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we'll move on.
Yeah.
ऐहिकानां स्रक्चंदन वनितादि विषय भोगानां कर्मजन्यतया त्या अनित्यत्वदामुष्मिकानां अप्यमृतादि विषय भोगानां अनित्यतया तेभ्यो नितरां विरतिः इहामुत्रार्ध फलभोग विरागः. So that second qualification for a Vedanta student is iha amutrardha phala bhoga viraga. Iha means this world. Amutra means the other world, which is heaven. So, if you look at the entire population, 99% What are they doing? They are in search of pleasures, one pleasure or the other. Everybody are in search of pleasures. I want a good food, I want a good house, I want a good family, I want this, I want that, I don't want this, I don't want that. This is the entire life. This is social life. You see, since childhood, we are in this rat race. Anything we do, we are interested in the result. Automatically. This is how our mind is made to work. We tell our children, you study well, I will give you a chocolate or a cycle or whatever it is. So, there is a reward waiting. Similarly, there is a punishment waiting. If you don't study well, you will fail and I will punish you. So, this punishment and reward drives our life. So, this doesn't stop with our death. We apply it beyond death also. Nobody has seen what is beyond death. After death, nobody has seen. But people say there is a heaven, there is a hell. If you do good actions in this life, after death you will go to heaven. If you do bad actions in this life, you will accrue sin and you will go to hell after death. So this is what human psychology is all about. Reward and punishment. This life and beyond death. And our entire actions are driven by this philosophy. So, let us say, take anything. You take any action. I want to go to a movie. Why am I going to a movie? Because I want to enjoy. I want to go to a mall. Why am I going to a mall? Because I want to enjoy. While going to the mall, I will go in a AC car. Why am I doing that? Because I don't want to be in the hot sun. So what am I doing? I am avoiding hot sun. That is dislike. And I am going into a mall and having good food and a movie. So there are likes and dislikes. These are the driving forces, reward and punishment. You can also call it as kama bhoga, meaning desire and fear. These are the basic drivers of human life. And these basic drivers drive all our thought process, all our actions subsequently, all our relationships. Either we are seeking some pleasure or we are avoiding some pain. Our entire life revolves around that. Our relationships, our education, our actions, everyday actions, our pursuits in life, and our religion. What is our religion? We pray to God. Why we pray to God? We have a desire to be fulfilled. And we don't want certain negative actions to be done in our life. That's where we have a God. We do certain things with our limited capabilities When that capabilities are insufficient to produce the result, we invoke an unseen God who will procure that desire for us and avoid the pain for us. So, what is our actions, prayer all about? Reward and punishment, desire and fear. This is our entire thinking process. The whole world thinks like that. So, our religion is a replica of that thinking process, is based on that thinking process. What am I desiring and what am I trying to avoid? If that particular God is favorable to me and gives me the desired object, I pray to that God. And if that God does not give me that reward, I don't pray to that God. As simple as that. So, what is involved here? I have a desire, I want to enjoy this world, and for that I have a religion and a God. Not only that, it appears to me I may exist beyond death. Then what will happen? Okay, then what will happen? It appears that I may exist beyond death. Then what happens? Beyond death also, I want pleasures and I want to avoid pain. So, a pleasurable place called heaven is imagined and a painful place called hell is imagined. Now, how do I go to heaven? Nobody has gone to heaven and come back. But I devise a method called prayers, some karma, some yajna, yaga, propitiating a god, and a meditation for that. All this are in line. Vedanta says this entire process of iha amutrartha phala bhoga, we should put it in the dustbin. Why? Because the driving factors, kama and raga and dvesha. Raga is I desire something, dvesha is I avoid something. The root of this raga and dvesha is in the knowledge that I am this body, which is ignorance, which is incorrect understanding. If I say avidya and ignorance, you may think something else. But if I say it is incorrect understanding, you will understand. The incorrect understanding that I am this body gives rise to raga and dvesha. This gives rise to a running in life after pleasures and avoiding pain, and beyond life an imagined heaven and hell is created. For that I will do some religious activity. For doing that religious activity, some priest is required, some material is required. Entire world is running like that. You take any religion, this is not just our religion. Every religion has the same story. You live this life and beyond life there is a heaven and hell. To go to heaven, you pray to a god, and they will also say, you pray only to this god. If you pray to other god, you will go to hell. That is also told. So, all these are based on the incorrect understanding that I am the body. Got it?
Yes.
So, does this tie with previous verse, Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka?
Yeah, of course. That Vivekana should be there.
Pardon?
What I said is that what is Nitya, what is Anitya, that to understand that this explanation really gives the insight.
So, iha amutra phalabhoga viraga. Viraga, vairagya has to be there. How will you get vairagya if you don't have Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka? Without Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka, you cannot have vairagya. If you don't have vairagya, you will be under the spell of raga and dvesha. Likes and dislikes. And you will start running in the life. And because you don't have vairagya, you will not have Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka. Now you see how these two are tied?
Yeah.
Okay? So, in this verse it is told, Aihikana, meaning this world pleasures, or he gave an example, Srakchandana Vanitadi, meaning sandal paste, garland of flowers, and having a pleasure with a woman, etc., which are transitory. And they mentioned all these bhogas, Vishaya bhogas, are karma janyata, meaning they are all born out of action. This world pleasures and heavenly pleasures. Heaven is not different from earth by these people's definitions. Heaven is another place which is here we have pleasures. The same pleasures are heightened there, that's all. Here you get old, in heaven you don't get old. You are always 30 years age. That is the imagination. You don't have to go through the young age and all. You are always 30 years age. And you can enjoy same pleasures, whatever is available in earth, same pleasures in a heightened manner you will enjoy. How long will you enjoy? The amount of merit you acquired in the world, because they are karma janita, meaning the actions you have done in this world produce some merit. It is like buying a ticket and going to a cruise. You heard about cruise, right? You buy a ticket and go on a 7-day cruise. You get all pleasures there. After 7 days, they drop you in your place. Similarly, heaven is like that. You do some karma, you accrue some merit, punya, and you use that punya points to go to heaven and enjoy there. You enjoy for a long time. Your punya is kshena, reduces, then you come back to earth. So this is the scheme. So a person who understands this entire thing will say, Are Baba, please excuse me, I don't want all this. Because no karma is without papa. If you do a karma, some papa will come to you. Punya will come. Even though you do a punya karma, you get punya, some amount of papa will come to you. So, some amount of time you will spend in Swarga, some amount of time you will spend in Naraka. That papa karma will produce a Naraka time. You spend some time in heaven, you spend for your sinful actions in hell. So this is the scheme. So a wise person will see all this. Okay, is there a third option for me? Is there a way to escape all this? Coming to earth, doing some actions. Even these actions are not easy, right? You have to do a lot of effort and all. And acquire punya, merit, and go to Swarga. In the process, I'll acquire some papa and go to Naraka. And this cycle continues. Heaven, hell, earth. This rotation will continue. Is there a way out of it? That is the Vairagya. So, iha amutrartha phalabhoga viraga. That person will have a Vairagya of all this scheme. So, how do you know that heaven is impermanent? How are you saying that heaven is impermanent? Because it is acquired by your actions. Actions are limited. A limited action cannot produce a eternal result. It is not possible. Limited action produces limited result. Limitation is there in action because you say, I will do a puja. The puja is for 10 minutes. The puja of 10 minutes cannot produce a eternal result, punya. Therefore, every karma has a expiry date, karma phala. So, that is how it is. It is told in Chandogya Upanishad like this. Just as here on earth, whatever has been acquired by the exertion, meaning action, perishes, so perishes whatever is acquired for the next world by sacrifices and other good actions performed on earth. This is what told in Chandogya Upanishad. Just like in earth, you do an action, it produces result definitely. Good result, maybe good action, good result. But because the action is limited, the result also exhausts, expires after some time. Just like that, the actions you do to go to heaven also exhausts after some time. This is what Chandogya Upanishad says. Therefore, dispassion should be practiced for all things. This is what is this verse talks about. So, if you have any questions, you can ask.
I don't have any questions. It is clear. Vairagya is required.
Pardon?
What I understood is for this 16th and 17th verse, Vairagya is the necessity.
Correct.
Yes.
Without Vairagya, if you say I am a Vedantin, it doesn't mean anything.
True. Very true.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Namaste, madam.
Hari Om Prasad.
Hari Om. The
So,
class
sorry,
is
sorry,
almost
Ji, I
over.
got late. Yeah.
Yeah, class is almost over, and there is a recording which you can view.
Okay, Ji.
Okay. So we'll conclude the class. Geeta ji, you want to say something?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Nothing.
So we'll conclude
So
the
what I
class.
said is just now is Vairagya is required. We can do the concluding prayer.
Correct. Okay. So put Namaskara Mudra. Close your eyes. Repeat after me. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyorma Amrutam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Ashaji, please watch the video. Today's
Give
discussion.
me.
Pardon?
Okay, Ji.